I'm a star. In the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Check 26, check 26.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On second and 12, Mahomes going deep for Diggs. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Mike 15. Mike 55. Yeah. You don't want none.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. They gonna need some therapy after this.
I don't need to. Mike 55. Check.
Box track.
Watch the run.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Hey, it's our house. Mike 54. Mike 54.
What's the curl? Hey, 43.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's able to find Diggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Get off the field.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Safe. Hey, color.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it's second down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Yellow.
Echo.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Come on, now we're check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. It's just me and you. Check three.
Now Hundley. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it'll be second down. They'll run with Sanders. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 43 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And Diggs has it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Yellow. On the line. Too low.
They'll run for the first time with the former Bearcat, Mike Boone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Boone with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Hundley. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Pollard. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, Elliott. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These two teams all tied after one.
Come on now, let's go. Ready?
Throwing, Hundley. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Kill. Shoot. 15.
Mahomes now to throw. Going deep for Diggs. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Motion. 50, yellow. Mike, check. 59. You get
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Alert flare. 15. Twist. Color.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Elliott. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
I don't even know why this team's...
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Well, he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 34 yards there and a 1st down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more of the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and a yard, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. He's coming. Double up. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Yellow. Check hot route. Hot. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Diggs. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Attack, attack! 54. Why? Man out.
Second down and goal. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They're back at the 8 now. Third and goal.
Let's go. Attack, attack! Defense. Hey, check right. Watch it, divide. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Yellow. 55.
Now here's Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Seibert's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
We play it to win. Let's go.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Hey. Motion.
Second and 10. Open man is Higgins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Hundley now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. They'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Another try after the first down sack. Hundley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An explosive 38-yard pickup. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Really got the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes completes it to the fullback Ham. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. 15. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Mahomes going to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A first down carry by Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Now back to throw. He's going to go for a big play. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Hundley. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Let's go. Let's go.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing, Hundley. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Bailey missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. And this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
15. 25. Check 25.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 43. Mike 55, Mike 55. Exit. Mike 55.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Right back to Sanders on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he'll go down at the 28.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. They're going to try and run. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Vikings 22, Cowboys 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. he's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He's back to throw. Jones has it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And his kick is good. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was there.